The Jesse Blake Sports Report with Jesse Blake.
Welcome to the first ever JBSR NHL Power Rankings that feature NHL games. So this is the first time I'll be doing Power Rankings while NHL games are underway, because we started this thing 5 months ago now in the 1st of July, and back then, there were no NHL games, and everything we've done so far has been based off of last season and the transactions that took place over the course of the offseason and training camp. So now we get real NHL games to reevaluate our NHL Power Rankings. And I'm sitting right now in my favorite place on earth, the 3 box in the SDPN studios. Below me are the NHL standings. To the left of the screen, I guess is how you're looking at it, is our Excel sheet where we will fill in the power rankings. But before we get to that, the last month or so, as the season's gotten underway, my time has been taken up with being credentialed for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I think that's been really fun. And I think it's something I want to share more with you guys, the audience, on this channel and on the SDPN channel. And I've been sharing a lot of behind the scenes stuff on my TikTok and on my Instagram stories, but I want to get more into the flow of just showing you guys what type of access you get to the Toronto Maple Leafs when you are credentialed, because it's something we've never experienced before at SDPN. And I feel like there's more to share with the audience. So look out for that in the next coming weeks and months in this entire season, because I want to give you a real behind the scenes look at what it's like on a daily basis to be next to the team. It's been so cool to see, and it's really a next evolution of our content. So look out for that stuff. And I'm going to get into a lot of off-season baseball stuff as Blue Jays news starts to unfold. The World Series here that just happened was, it felt like baseball had a moment that was back. Like the Dodgers and Yankees, the two biggest markets being in the World Series, obviously had the most to do with that. But on top of that, you had real superstars on both sides in those games. And this week of the World Series, even though it ended in 5 games, it was really quick, has been just a moment for baseball where they're getting these national stories. And I couldn't be happier for the sport that I love dearly. So baseball, what a moment for Freddie Freeman over the last couple of weeks. I guess I was going to say I'm half Canadian, but part Canadian, really made us proud for winning the World Series with the Dodgers. So yeah, want to get that out of the way before we get into the power ranking. So let's do this thing. I have the standings below me, as I mentioned, and right off the bat, in every power ranking so far, I've had the Florida Panthers in first place. They have done nothing so far for me to take them out of first place. They're leading the Atlantic. They're 7-3-1 to start the season, 5-2 on the road, which I think is huge. And in second place, the Edmonton Oilers, who have done everything to not earn that second place spot in the power ranking. So they are gone. And in second, I think we have to throw in the Winnipeg Jets, who are the most wagon of any team in the league. So I don't even know if I'm going to do, well, I can do this. Okay. So I was going to count how many plus and minus they're going up, because I dropped the Jets to 12th place in the standings. That'd be plus 10 on the power rankings. So here we go. The Jets, second place in the NHL power rankings. New York Rangers gotta be here in third place, where they have remained all offseason. They've been in third in all the power rankings. They stick in third. They've been off to a pretty good start to the year, 6-2-1. Like, they haven't played as many games as some of those top teams who've played 11 games, so we can't really see how good they are because they need to play a couple more games. But a 6-2-1 start for a team that I had third. It should not knock them out of third. By points percentage, two here. Oh, I'm on the wrong mouse. Points percentage, they are fifth in the league. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth, actually. Sorry, sixth in the league. New York remains third there in the power rankings. Now, I had Canucks at 4 for the October. They got to fall off pretty hard here because they're 4-2-3, and I haven't been totally on board with what the Canucks have been delivering so far this season, especially with Demko out and Pettersson not scoring. Has not been great. So if we go back to here, let's sort by points percentage. It's probably a more accurate depiction of the standings here. I got them sorted by points percentage. In fourth place, I think it has to be the Dallas Stars, who I had in sixth. They are going to hop up to, let me just hit caps lock on. It is on Dal Stars. They go up 2 spots to fourth. Now I had the Colorado Avalanche in 5th. I'd Colorado, Dallas, Nashville, Vegas. Vegas is a team I should have been higher on this offseason. Like, I was so down on how they went out in the first round, and then you see them play, and you're like, oh, yeah, they're still so good. 1, 2, 3 spots up. We are getting the Vegas Golden Knights here in 5th place in the standings. Now I had Colorado, Dallas, Nashville, Vegas, Boston, Toronto, Tampa, New Jersey. The New Jersey Devils need to be in this position right here in 6th in the power rankings. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 spots up in the rankings. That is where the New Jersey Devils should be, because right now they're 7-4-2. Yes, they have played more games than anybody else, but they have been very good in those 4 games. Now we're getting into the territory of when we need to start putting the Hurricanes and the Caps and even the Lightning, teams like we didn't expect to be this high, but have been on a good start to the season, especially the Minnesota Wild as well. I disrespected them a whole bunch. I had them 18th in the October rankings. The Minnesota Wild are going to get a huge bump here. So I think it's got to be Carolina in 7th. Then we go Carolina, Caps, Tampa, and then we start getting into teams who are around the same territory, and we do good teams that are underperforming, like the Arizona Edmonton Oilers. Arizona is not a team anymore. So let's go Carolina. The Hurricanes are in 7th place. That would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 place jump. The Capitals are in 8th. That is a huge jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 place jump. And then the TBL Lightning. I'm going to just take a look and reevaluate if this is actually where I want them to be. 1, 2 spots up for the Lightning. All right. So by points percentage, the NHL standings are as such: Jets, Capitals, Stars, Wild, Hurricanes, Rangers, Lightning, Golden Knights, Panthers, Kings, Devils, Blue Jackets. By points, it is Jets, Devils, Knights, Panthers, Capitals, Stars, Wild, Hurricanes, Lightning, Kings, Rangers, Leafs. My power rankings so far: the top 9. Panthers, Jets, Rangers, Stars, Golden Knights, Devils, Hurricanes, Capitals, Lightning. Now, out of the top teams in the league, based on points percentage, in there so far, I don't have the Wild. And I don't have the Kings. The Kings are above the Devils in points percentage, and I don't have the Kings there. But I still don't believe in the Kings in what they are so far. But I think they will get some respect here. The Canucks, too, by points percentage, are not too far down. They're 4-2 and 3. They need to play some more games, but they are a -4 goal differential, which doesn't make me very happy looking at them. But I think I got all the top teams in there. It's now debating between teams like the Wild and like how much do we believe in the Wild over a team like the Oilers, who suck right now, but I don't think will suck by the end. So let's go here, the Minnesota Wild. The Minnesota Wild, who I had in 18th. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots up. And then we need a team like Toronto, who's off to a up and down start, but not too bad to where they need to drop so far. I think they're at the top 10 here. Let's place Toronto as a placeholder. I might go back and edit some of these, but I think right now off the cuff, this is looking decent. The Kings here hop up 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 spots. All right. I think that's all the tops. And then we get the Oilers. So let's throw the Oilers. I don't want to drop the Oilers too far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 13th place there. Okay. top 13, because at the Oilers, I think we started to get iffy. Because then I'm like, okay, because this is the power rankings. Remember that. If you want to just look at the standings and say, that's the best teams, those are the standings, then just do that and disregard this whole thing. This is who's best based on the talent on the team and how they perform and how we think they're going to be going forward. And right now, winner take all, what's going forward? Who's the best based on the power rankings, based on BS? It's an old Steve Dangle podcast joke. Top 13, Panthers, Jets, Rangers, Stars, Golden Knights, Devils, Hurricanes, Capitals, Lightning, Wild, Leafs, Kings, Oilers. Now, I'm swapping the Rangers and the Jets. One team has done it. One team was in the playoffs last season, went to the conference final, won the President's Trophy, and the other team is on an absolute heater to start the year. That's Winnipeg. The Rangers deserve more respect than the Jets right now based on the last 365 days of hockey, but the Jets deserve some respect for how wagon they are to start the year. So we swapped them there. I'm figuring out the top 13. The Golden Knights, they definitely got to be ahead of the Devils there, even though the Devils are off to a hot start and second in league standings, but the Devils have played more games than everybody. And by points percentage, the Devils are not that high on the list. They are below the Kings. They are right there with the Blue Jackets in terms of points percentage. But the Devils are hot, so they're going to remain at 6th. I like the Devils. I can even bump the Hurricanes above them. Let's do that. Hurricanes are getting a little bit more respect than the Devils here. Let's go Hurricanes. They bump up 7 spots. So, sorry, this one we're gonna be tossing teams around here a lot as we figure this out. I'm doing this on the fly with all of you. Like I haven't thought about this before I sat down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 places up for the Devils. So we got now Stars, Golden Knights, Hurricanes, Devils. Capitals are pretty high, but I truly believe the Capitals are a good team. I had them at 16th in the standings before in October, and then now I got them in 8th. That might be a little high. Based on points percentage, though, they're second in the league. Like, they deserve some respect here. The Tampa Bay Lightning, though, are 700 points percentage. They are right up there in 7th in the league in points percentage. So they'll be right below the Minnesota Wild, too, on that absolute heater. I think they're correctly placed in 10th there. Now, the Leafs, I might have too high, and that might be Leafs bias. The Leafs might need to drop a little down. It's crazy that I'd have the Leafs above the Oilers, but based on everything the Oilers have shown me, it's tough. It's tough, but I don't know who, like the Kings going above the Leafs. Okay, we're going to leave the Leafs here. We're going to leave the Kings there. We're going to leave the Oilers there. Let's move it on down. Let's move it on down and see how the rest of the standings are looking. I think we can pencil in some of the bottom. So we're going to start with San Jose. They're the last place team. They're awful. Nobody should ever be ahead of the San Jose Sharks at all. I had them in 31st in the October standings. San Jose is just terrible. Even though they're not even last in standings, but the Blackhawks are last. But based on everything we've seen from the Sharks, I think we know they are the worst team ever. So the Blackhawks are going -2. They're going to be in 31st here. The Montreal Canadiens, like we've expected so much from the Montreal Canadiens, and they haven't been great. They haven't been great outside of Lane Hudson. Like Lane Hudson's been fantastic, and the rest of the team has really struggled. Some of that's on Laine being injured. You expect Laine to be there, but he's not. Oh, the Canucks. Oh my gosh. Okay, the Canucks got to come in here right after the Oilers. I can't drop the Canucks that. Actually, the Canucks got to go above the Oilers. They probably got to go above the Kings here. Yeah, no, the Canucks are going ahead of the Kings. That's the one. Okay, so we're dropping everybody down. Can I just do this? And then I'm going to paste. Hey, that worked. Okay. Van Canucks are going in 11th spot. So we're dropping the Canucks from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spot, -8. the Canucks, and then the Leafs would be -2 now. The Kings are +4. The Oilers are -12. All right, that makes me feel a lot better. I'm like, who are we missing? Oh, yeah, the third place team in the Pacific, the Vancouver Canucks. I might even be able to push them above the Minnesota Wild. No, they played the exact same amount of games. 6-1-2 versus 4-2-3. 10+ goal differential. -4 goal differential for the Canucks. They haven't really had a memorable win yet this season either. Like 3-1 on the road. I love seeing road wins. That's good. Edmonton right there, 14th. We're getting there. We're doing our thing here. The Hurricanes, Capitals, Devils, Tampa, Lightning, Florida. Okay, all the playoff teams right now are taking care of the division playoff teams. Now we got the Utah Hockey Club and the Calgary Flames in the wild card spot, and then the Rangers and the Blue Jackets in the East wild card spot. So now we're getting into the bad teams versus the teams that should be good that are playing bad. The Avalanche, the very injured Avalanche, needed to come in right here in the standings. I had the Avalanche in 5th here in the October Power Rankings. They have now dropped to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spots to 15th. I guess I could just like look at the side where it's like 5 and then 15 and then say 10, but I'd rather count. All right, so Colorado's in 15th spot right after the Oilers. This is the little section of my power rankings where you're a good team, but you're not performing well, so I have to put you below the teams that are good and performing well, but not below the teams that are bad and performing bad. So the Nashville Predators are lining up in 16th. This is the little group here. Edmonton, Colorado, Nashville are all fitting in there. Nashville 7th, and they drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spots to 16th. Who else fits that bill? I'd say we got them all. Boston. Ooh, Boston's a tough one, but they also fit this bill. So they're coming in right here in 17th spot from 9th. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots down for the Boston Bruins in 17th in the power rankings. All right, let's go back to league standings by points percentage. We're going to head back to the bottom. It's Chicago, San Jose, Nashville, Pittsburgh, New York, Boston. Philly, not great. Detroit's been awful. Detroit, if you look at goals for and goals against, Detroit's like in the bottom of everything. You know, they're not very good right now. I'm going to say the Canadiens got a lineup here where they were in 30th last month. The Canadiens are not moving. They are remaining in 30th. The Columbus Blue Jackets will get some more respect because of what they are doing right now. I think the Penguins might have to be down here. Do I put the Penguins below the Flyers? They played more games. I'd say the Penguins, Pitt. These are not in stone here. I'm going to move these. Penguins. I'm going to move these around a little, but I'm just doing some placeholders. Calgary started off hot and then has lost 4 games in a row. Buffalo is bad. They're 4-5-1. They looked awful to start the year, and then they had a couple wins, and then they've been bad consistently. The Ducks, 4-4-2, but they're still the Ducks. There's no way I can put the Ducks ahead of the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Ducks will move up 1, 2, 3 spots to +3 to 29th in the standings. I have the Ducks ahead of the Canadiens because the Ducks started off 4-4-2. The Montreal Canadiens started off 4-6-1, and at least the Ducks aren't in last in their division. You know, Montreal's tied for last with Boston, but they've looked ugly. And the Ducks here in 10th are ahead of the Sharks. Almost, if the Ducks just win their next game, they're going to be in 3rd place in the Pacific. What? If the Ducks win their next game, let's say the Ducks played tonight and nobody else in the Pacific played, the Ducks would have 12 points at 5-4-2 and be in 3rd, sole place of 3rd in the Pacific. For them putting themselves in that position, they get a little bit more respect than the Montreal Canadiens. So the Ducks are going to be 29th here in league standings, in our power rankings. Sorry. The Flames are so mid. The Flames are coming right here. They're so mid. I didn't believe that hot start they had, and they've regressed to where they should be. The Flames are going to 28th, which is -1. I started off at the top. We went to the bottom because it's good to fill out these bottom teams. Seattle's got to be ahead of the Flames. I like on paper what Seattle's delivering. Plus, their +3 goal differential is important, even though they are Bettman 500. The Blues are interesting. They're off to a 3. They have a 3-game losing streak right now, but they did start 5-3 and then have lost 3 in a row. So I did like their start. The Islanders suck hard and need to turn it around quickly, very soon. But I don't know if I can rank the Islanders below the Flyers. This is tough because I want to put a lot of respect on Columbus here. I'm trying to find the next team in this group. It's got to be Utah, does it not? Utah, who's been so injured of late, but they did start off. They did have a good start. So maybe it's, I'm begging for this next team. Ottawa, tough division. 5-4-0, +7 goal differential. Ottawa, Columbus, Utah. That's okay. So it's Ottawa here. Ottawa, I'm putting a lot of faith in you. I've really liked your start. I'm rooting for you to make the playoffs. Ottawa's going up 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. Ottawa, Utah HC gets a boost of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. I think I counted that right. 6 spots for Utah. And then we get into this weird area of Buffalo. The Flyers, Penguins, Islanders are all so mid. St. Louis, good start. Who are we giving the edge to? Columbus. Columbus gets this edge. Columbus is getting the respect. They're moving way up in the standings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Columbus now is 20th in the power rankings. Utah is 19th. Ottawa is 18th. Boston is 17th. Nashville is 16th. 21. We got to go Seattle or St. Louis or Buffalo. Let's see league points percentage where we're sitting with these teams. Oh my gosh, Seattle needs some more respect. Seattle, there's so much mid here. Seattle Kraken will get some respect here. I had them in 19th. They drop 2 spots to 21st. So we threw some respect there to the Kraken at 21st. Maybe the Kraken should be ahead of the Blue Jackets, but the Blue Jackets are 5-3-1, +10 goal differential. Love it. I can't put the Kraken over them. Now we got left the Blues, Sabres, Red Wings, Flyers, Islanders, Penguins. Of this bunch, the worst bunch has got to be the Red Wings. The Red Wings got to be the worst bunch here. So they're dropping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots. And then the Flyers and Penguins. The Flyers have played better than the Penguins. So I got to drop the Penguins down. I hate doing this, but it's just true. It's just a true reality of the situation with Pittsburgh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're -5. The Flyers are right here. They beat out the Penguins. The Flyers drop 1 spot. The Sabres now actually move up a little. Buff Sabres. Oh, I hit the caps lock. They go up 1, 2, +2. Then we get the Blues who don't move, and that is it. And then the last team I have left off of here is the Calgary. No, Calgary. Who am I missing right now? Detroit. I went Detroit, Columbus. Oh, the Islanders. Oh no. Okay, all these teams are going to get a boost. The Islanders are not playing well right now. They lost three in a row. They have a 400 points percentage. They're below the Flyers in the standings. The Islanders are going to get a boost here. Or some of these teams are going to get a boost. The Islanders should drop in ahead of the... Oh, there goes my poppy. I'll pick that up. New York Islanders should go ahead of the Penguins. That means the Islanders fall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spots. Minus 10. That's it. Those are the standings. Those are our power rankings, the official JBSR power rankings, while games are happening. Let's read it out to you. This was an adventure. I feel like we did a decent job here. The top part of the power rankings is I see where I went wrong with the Golden Knights, the Avs injuries, and not having enough confidence in the Devils and Hurricanes. The Jets, too. The Devils, Hurricanes, and Jets are really throwing this a loop. So I'm going to read it out for everybody listening. The Florida Panthers, 1. 2, Rangers. 3, Jets. 4, Stars. 5, Golden Knights. 6, Hurricanes. 7, Devils. Washington, 8. 9, Lightning. 10, Minnesota Wild. 11, Canucks. 12, Leafs. 13, Kings. 14, Oilers. 15, Colorado. 16, Nashville. 17, Bruins. 18, Senators. 19, Utah. 20, Blue Jackets. 21, Kraken. 22, Blues. 23, Sabres. 24, Flyers. 25, Islanders. 26, Pittsburgh. 27, Red Wings. 28, Calgary. 29, Ducks. 30, Montreal. 30, Blackhawks. San Jose, 32nd. I got to look at this and think about this as we head into the December power rankings. I'm pretty confident in this. It's just so difficult to judge. I weighted the starts of the teams heavily. I like this little area we got going. So we got good teams who are playing good in the top. That's like Panthers, Rangers, Jets, Stars, Knights, Hurricanes, Devils, Caps, Lightning. Now in a little area where it's like, okay, hot start teams, decent teams. Lightning, Wild, Canucks, Leafs, Kings. It's like, oh, they're kind of all the same, but they're off to decent starts. Then we got good teams who are playing bad. Oilers, Avalanche, Preds, Bruins. Then we got decent teams, wild card teams who are playing kind of okay about where we think they are. Senators, Utah, Jackets, who are actually a surprise team. Kraken, Blues, Sabres. Then we got mid teams who are playing bad. Flyers, Islanders, Penguins, Red Wings, Flames. And then we got bad teams who are bad, plus the Ducks who are playing decent but are bad. Ducks, Canadians, Blackhawks, San Jose. That's pretty good! That's pretty good if you ask me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think about the November JBSR NHL Power Rankings. We will be back here very shortly. Thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you'll be listening or watching right now, and I appreciate you for that. Good night from Toronto.
And that is how it's done.
The Jesse Blake Sports Report with Jesse Blake.
Jesse Blake, the guy that likes to hear his name twice in one sentence. Sure, I know him. No, he doesn't have an ego at all.